It's been quite a while since I made a proper video on my YouTube channel, and when I found these, I thought I absolutely have to make a video about them. They're very unusual, and what they are Galoob skate mobiles from 1987. Galoob was a toy company. I don't know if they still exist, but they made quite a lot of licensed toys, and they were started by a guy, I believe his name was Louis Galoob, and they made toys like A-Team toys, and I think they made Micro Machines, and I think they also distributed the Game Genie. So they could make loads of money off of these licensed toys that they had, but then they could make weird toys for like a few months and sell them in the summer. And this would be probably one of those toys, since I had certainly never heard of it before. Here's an example of a Galoob Micro Machine. So this is from the 1980s as well, 1989 I believe. This is quite an interesting one actually. So it has a smaller car on the inside of it. So this is what they'd be making usually, and they could make as much money as they want off of these because these are well-known toys. But then they just make these weird toys that nobody's ever heard of. And if you look through Galoob's products, you can find quite a lot of these unusual, weird toys that they made. And this is certainly one of them. So this is one of the skate mobiles. I do have both of them, but I can't fit them into the shot at the moment. So it has this Velcro strap here, which I suppose kind of looks like a spoiler on this truck. And I guess the idea of these is that you have a roller skate that can also be turned into a toy truck whenever you're not using it as a roller skate. So there's the front of it. Now what's kind of interesting is roller skates usually have these stoppers at the front to slow you down, but they've actually used the bumper on the truck to make that stopper, which I think is quite ingenious. And it's also marked 4x4 here, and there were two variants of this as far as I know. There was the blue one and the yellow one, and they both had different coloured stickers, but otherwise they're the exact same. And the license plate says Galoob, and you'll notice at the back there is this thing, and that kind of looks like a speaker. And it's because they actually make the sound of an engine. Well, you know, it's just a piece of tin with a weighted wheel that has a notch on it that hits off of the piece of tin, and it makes a clicking noise, but you know, to a child that's the sound of a roaring engine. Which wheel is it? I hope that's audible. So the bottom of it, you can, fortunately these are very easy to take apart, and when I got mine, one of them was broken, I think. Yeah, it's the other one. Because you see there's this piece here, and now what this piece is for is you can extend and shrink the skate to fit bigger or smaller shoes. But it has a bit of a design flaw, because presumably to make it as cheap as possible, they used a plastic U-shaped spring. So the flaw is it's a plastic spring, so it's going to break. Fortunately, I was able to fix it. Which it is actually kind of surprising, because the plastic on this is very sturdy. You see, it's a kind of soft, squishy plastic, so it can take a good few bashes. But for some reason they made that plastic spring very rigid, which caused it to snap. There are hidden screws underneath these exhaust pipes here that you can easily take it apart, and then the two halves of it just slide out. The other one is absolutely identical. I'm not sure if you're supposed to wear shoes with these. I'd assume you were, because it doesn't look like it would be very comfortable for a foot to sit in. I can show that. You see this grey plastic pad is riveted in. The front one is screwed in, which allows you to take it apart. The markings on it, if I can show them, it says Galoob, copyright 1987, Lou's Galoob Toys Incorporated, adjust to fit. And then on the extendable part, it says made in China. So yeah, pretty unusual toys that I thought were quite interesting. What I'd love to see would be an advertisement for these from the 1980s, because I'm sure there was one. I just wonder how they would advertise these, you know, like truck roller skates. It's so unusual. Everybody that I've shown them to so far absolutely loves them, because they are, frankly, hilarious. So you can have two different size trucks there. Anyways, yes, so one of the weirder toys that I've ever shown on this channel, and you know, after a long time not making any proper videos, I finally made one again. And it just so happens to be about something very unusual. That is all.